Hey Aries, I just sat down with my deck and honestly what came through for you is something I need to share immediately because this energy is extraordinary. Let me walk you through what the cards revealed about this incredible chapter unfolding in your life right now. So I pulled the first card and got the Sun, and I actually had to pause for a moment because this card rarely shows up with this kind of radiant intensity. The Sun is telling me that whatever darkness or confusion you have been walking through is completely dissolving. This is not just improvement, this is full spectrum illumination of your path. Everything that felt uncertain or hidden is now becoming crystal clear. The universe is literally shining a spotlight on your life, and I am seeing that you are stepping into a period of pure authenticity where you do not have to hide any part of yourself anymore. Your natural gifts, your personality, your unique way of seeing the world, all of it is about to be celebrated. The Sun energy is also bringing this childlike joy back into your life, that sense of wonder and excitement you might have lost touch with during harder times. There is something about reclaiming your innocence here, not in a naive way but in the sense of returning to pure enthusiasm without cynicism clouding your vision. I am also picking up on recognition coming your way, like people are finally seeing your true value and contributions. This could manifest as professional acknowledgement, social appreciation, or simply the right people entering your circle who genuinely understand and celebrate who you are. The next card that came through is Knight of Swords, and this energy is intense in the best possible way. Why? This knight moves with precision and speed, cutting through obstacles like they are made of paper. What I am seeing for you, Aries, is that you are entering an execution phase where ideas that have been brewing in your mind are now ready for rapid implementation. This is not the time for hesitation or second guessing. The Knight of Swords is giving you this mental clarity and decisiveness that makes action feel almost effortless. You know what needs to be done, and you have the courage to do it without overthinking. I am also sensing that communication becomes a powerful tool for you during this time. Your words carry weight and authority now. Whether you are negotiating, presenting ideas, or simply speaking your truth, people are listening with genuine attention. There might be a specific conversation coming up that changes the trajectory of a situation, something where your directness and honesty creates a breakthrough that diplomacy could not achieve. The Knight of Swords also suggests movement, possibly literal travel or relocation that happens quickly and serves your highest good. This is not random movement though, this is strategic positioning that puts you exactly where you need to be for the next phase of your journey. Then I drew the Page of Swords, and this is where things get really interesting because this energy talks about new information and fresh perspectives coming into your awareness. The Page of Swords is curious, alert, and always seeking truth. What I am picking up is that you are about to learn something that completely reframes a situation you thought you understood. This could be discovering hidden facts, receiving unexpected news, or simply having a realization that makes everything click into place. The Page energy is also about being a student again, approaching life with beginner's mind and willingness to learn. You might find yourself drawn to studying something new, whether that is a skill, a subject, or simply a different way of thinking about problems you face. There is intellectual stimulation coming that reignites your passion for growth and discovery. I am also sensing that you need to stay vigilant during this period, not in a paranoid way but in the sense of keeping your eyes open and processing information critically. Not everyone around you is being fully transparent, and the Page of Swords gives you the perceptiveness to see through surface appearances and understand what is really going on beneath the words people speak. The fourth card is King of Swords, and wow. This is significant because we have got this progression from Page to Knight to King in the Swords suit, which tells me you are mastering the mental and communication realm in a profound way. The King of Swords represents ultimate clarity, fair judgment, and the ability to make decisions from a place of wisdom rather than emotion. This king does not get swayed by manipulation or emotional appeals. He sees situations exactly as they are and responds with appropriate action. For you, Aries, this suggests you are stepping into a leadership role or position of authority where your judgment is trusted and respected. People are coming to you for guidance and decisions because they recognize your ability to cut through confusion and see the truth. The King of Swords also indicates that you are establishing boundaries with absolute firmness. There is no more tolerating disrespect or accepting less than you deserve. You are drawing clear lines about what is acceptable in your life and relationships, and you are enforcing those boundaries without guilt or apology. I am also picking up on possible involvement with legal matters, contracts, or official agreements where fairness and justice prevail in your favor. The king sits in judgment and the verdict is coming down on your side. Moving into the fifth card, I pulled the Tower, and I know this card can look scary at first, but hear me out, because in the context of everything else showing up here, this is actually liberating energy. The Tower is about the collapse of false structures, the destruction of illusions, and the clearing away of whatever is built on shaky foundations. What I am seeing is that something in your life that appeared solid is going to be revealed as unstable, and instead of this being devastating, it is actually protective. The universe is removing something that would have caused much bigger problems down the line if it stayed in place. This could be related to a job situation, or relationship dynamic, a belief system you have been operating from, or even a living situation that no longer serves your highest good. The Tower moment might feel shocking or sudden when it happens, but I want you to understand that this is divine intervention clearing your path. Whatever crumbles was meant to go so that something far better and more aligned can be built in its place. The Tower also brings this quality of sudden awakening, like scales falling from your eyes, and you finally see reality without the filters you have been viewing it through. This new perception, though potentially uncomfortable initially, is the foundation for building an authentic life that actually reflects who you are becoming rather than who you used to be. The sixth card that came through is Temperance. And this is beautiful because right after the Tower's intense energy, we get this card of balance, healing, and divine timing. Temperance is the angel card. It represents spiritual protection and guidance, ensuring that everything unfolds in perfect sequence for your highest good. What I am picking up is that you are learning the art of patience and trust in divine timing. Not everything has to happen immediately, and not every battle has to be fought right now. Temperance brings this understanding that some things need time to blend, mature, and develop properly. You are being guided to find the middle path, avoiding extremes and instead operating from a place of centered balance. This card also speaks to healing work happening on multiple levels: physical, emotional, mental, and spiritual. You might be drawn to practices that promote integration and wholeness, whether that is meditation, energy work, therapy, creative expression, or simply spending time in nature. The angel in Temperance has one foot on land and one in water, symbolizing your ability to navigate both material reality and emotional or spiritual depths with equal grace. You are becoming someone who can hold space for complexity and paradox without needing to force resolution or choose sides. This maturity and wisdom is tremendously attractive to others and opens doors that seem permanently closed. Then I drew the Hierophant as the seventh card, and this energy is all about tradition, wisdom, teachings, and connection to something larger than yourself. The Hierophant can represent a teacher, mentor, or guide entering your life who has knowledge and experience you need for your next level of growth. This might be a formal teacher in an educational setting, a spiritual guide, a career mentor, or even someone who appears casually in your life but delivers profound wisdom exactly when you need it. The Hierophant also talks about finding or creating structure and systems that support your goals. You might be developing routines, practices, or frameworks that give your daily life more meaning and purpose. There is also something here about honoring tradition while still bringing your unique perspective to established ways of doing things. You are not just blindly following rules, you are understanding the wisdom behind them and then adapting that wisdom to fit your circumstances. I am also picking up on possible involvement with institutions, organizations, or formal groups where you find a sense of belonging and shared values. The Hierophant energy can indicate marriage, business partnerships, or other official commitments that are blessed and supported by community or tradition. Whatever you are formalizing during this period has staying power and deeper significance than casual arrangements. The eighth card is the Magician, and this is one of the most powerful manifestation cards in the entire deck. The Magician has all four suits before him, all the tools and elements needed to create anything he desires. For you, Aries, this indicates you are entering a period of incredible creative power where your thoughts, words, and actions align to bring your visions into material reality. Everything you need is already available to you. You just need to recognize the resources at your disposal and use them with skill and intention. The Magician is also about communication and using your voice as a tool of creation. Your words during this time carry manifesting energy, so be very conscious about what you speak aloud and declare as true. The Magician points to heaven and earth simultaneously, channeling divine inspiration through into practical application. You are becoming a conduit for higher wisdom to flow through you and take form in the physical world. This could show up in creative projects, business ventures, healing work, or any area where you are bringing something new into existence. The key with Magician energy is focused intention combined with skillful action. You cannot just think about what you want. You have to actively participate in creating it. But when you do, the results can be almost magical in how quickly and smoothly things come together. The 9th card that appeared is the Empress, and this is pure abundance, creativity, and nurturing energy. The Empress sits in a lush garden, surrounded by everything she has cultivated and brought to life. For you, this suggests you are entering a harvest phase where projects, relationships, or situations you have invested in are now bearing fruit. The Empress also represents feminine power, the ability to create life whether literally or metaphorically through art, business, relationships, or any endeavor that requires nurturing something from seed to fullness. I am seeing that you are being called to honor your intuition and emotional intelligence more than ever before. The Empress rules through love, beauty, and connection rather than force or control. She knows that what you nurture grows, and what you neglect withers. During this period, pay attention to what and who you are giving your energy to, making sure your investments of time and attention are going toward things that actually have potential to flourish. The Empress can also indicate pregnancy or birth of some kind, whether that is actual children, creative projects, business launches, or new chapters of life. There is this sense of something being born through you that has its own life force and will grow beyond your initial conception of it. The Empress also speaks to self-care, pleasure, and enjoying the sensory richness of life. You are being reminded that rest, beauty, and comfort are not luxuries but necessities for sustained creativity and productivity. The final card I pulled is 7 of Pentacles, and this brings such a grounded, reflective energy to conclude this reading. The 7 of Pentacles shows someone pausing in their work to assess progress and evaluate whether their current path is yielding the results they desire. For you, Aries, this suggests a moment of honest evaluation coming up where you take stock of what you have built and decide what deserves continued investment versus what needs to be released or redirected. This is not about judgment or criticism. It is about wise stewardship of your energy and resources. The 7 of Pentacles asks you to consider whether the work you are doing now will create the future you actually want. Sometimes we get so caught up in momentum that we forget to check if we are still headed toward our true destination. This card gives you permission to pause, reflect, and make adjustments if needed. I am also seeing that patience is required during this time, understanding that some things simply take time to mature and produce results. You cannot force a plant to grow faster by pulling on it. You have to trust the natural process while tending it appropriately. The 7 of Pentacles indicates you are closer to harvest than you might realize. But there is still a period of waiting and continued care required before you can fully reap what you have sown. So Aries, looking at this entire reading together, what I am seeing is this incredible journey of mastery, manifestation, and well-deserved recognition. You have done the inner work, developed your skills, and positioned yourself perfectly for the blessings that are now flowing into your life. The universe is celebrating you, bringing people and opportunities that align with your highest path, and clearing away anything that would prevent you from living in full authenticity and joy. Trust what is unfolding, stay clear about your boundaries and values, and know that you are being divinely guided and protected every step of the way.